One person has died in a mudslide on the edge of the North York Moors National Park. Police say it happened near the village of Carlton in Cleveland, south of Middlesbrough, yesterday afternoon. The area had seen almost a month's worth of rain in around 12 hours. Police have said nobody else was hurt, but have asked the public to avoid the area.
Hello there. For most of us, Wednesday was a particularly miserable day, quite wet. In fact, in Hertfordshire and Warwickshire, we had a month's worth of rain in a 24-hour period, ranging from 55 to almost 65 millimetres of rainfall.
I tell you what, it tipped it down on the Prime Minister yesterday in Downing Street, didn't it? Are things looking a bit brighter this morning?
Not quite, still tipping it down for some, but for others, especially down in the south, a little bit bright, as I'll show you. Very good morning to you. Yes, a pretty grim 24 hours for some parts of the UK. We have seen lots of heavy rain around and rivers already responding. This morning, we've got over 20 flood warnings in force, including one severe flood warning in parts of northern Cumbria. They're likely to rise as the rain continues. But as I said, it's not grim everywhere this morning. We've got a bit more brightness showing through from our weather watchers here in Devon. Similar sort of skies across much of southern England and the far south of Wales too.
Good morning and welcome back to Downing Street. We now have the date of the next general election, July the 4th. That's the date for your diaries. So, as Matt will know very well, right here, yesterday, a little bit later in the day, it tipped down on the Prime Minister. How's it looking for everyone today, Matt?
Well, Charlie, a lot better down there with you today and across much of southern UK, but elsewhere the rain continues. And what a spell of wet weather it has been. Just take a look at some of the rainfall totals we've had in the last 24 to 36 hours. Many of these spots have seen well in excess of a month's worth of rainfall. Wettest of all, Honister in Cumbria, and the rivers are starting to respond as well. One severe flood warning in northern Cumbria at the moment.
The Prime Minister was not the only one getting covered in rain yesterday, was he?
No, I think one word summed it up for many: grim. It was one
grim,
of those days.
Bleak.
Yeah, exactly.
Wet.
And for some, it looks a bit similar out there this morning, but there are improvements on the way, Nina. Very good morning to you. Yes, it isn't looking particularly pleasant out there for quite a few of you this morning. The rain continues. This is the view in the Scottish borders a short while ago by weather watcher Haddy. But let's just give you a little bit of sunshine, eh? Because some in southern counties where we saw the heavy and thundery downpours, including in London, this is the view. Maybe not the marina and the coast, but certainly the sunshine overhead. There's some blue skies around across southern counties, which will be fine for much of the day.
Some things change a lot, Matt. The weather can change sometimes as well. I can tell you here, it's really quite nice today, Matt. It's kind of mild. There's no rain, by way of stark contrast with yesterday.
Certainly a big difference with yesterday, Charlie. Very good morning. Thank you very much. Yes, it's been a different story, though, elsewhere, because let me just show you what's been happening during the last 36 hours. This is the rainfall radar chart, how the rain pushed across the country and then just sat across similar areas. But you'll notice from the rainfall totals we've seen as well in some parts, there have been actually well over a month's worth of rainfall during that 36 hours. That's having an impact on some roads this morning. Check your BBC local radio station before you head out for that. And also on the rail network, including Avanti services between Preston and Glasgow. So some big impacts from the weather. The rain is still there, as you can see, right now across parts of Scotland, east of Northern Ireland, northwest England and North Wales too. And it will continue to fall in these areas throughout the day. And that drier story continues across some other southern areas today. This is just a short while ago on the south coast. OK, the weather watcher name's wrong. This one is in West Sussex. But if we take you to Cumbria, it is a different outlook. Grey skies here above Keswick, and it's in the hills around Keswick. We've seen over 100 millimetres of rain fall in the last 24 hours alone. A thoroughly wet start. It's having an impact on travel as well. The end of Friday, it's the start of the bank holiday weekend. I know you'll want a big improvement after what we've seen over the last 24 hours. Can offer you to a certain extent. We've got that area of low pressure fizzling out, winds starting to go into a more southerly direction. That will boost the temperature. You will notice this approaching. It is the slight fly in the ointment this weekend, but for many of you, it will feel warmer. And after a bright start, we will start to see sunshine and showers quite widely through Sunday and Monday.
So we're live in Downing Street, of course, throughout the morning this morning. Right now, though, it's time to get the news, the travel and the weather where you are.